This is the TA instruction video for week 2. We're going to get into a much more standard week here with 2 topics: business model and idea generation, and demand and competition. This first assignment is quite straightforward in comparison to the second assignment. This is really just helping students kind of get their feet wet, what to expect in the course. They will read the case study, Case of the Online Business Part 1, where there are a group of students deciding whether they should pursue or make a decision about a business model first or choose a product first. And with as there are with most essays in this class, there's not a right answer. It's really about helping students develop the ability to defend their reasoning in an essay. And so this is a half-page requirement. Typically for grading, if students meet that half-page requirement, they usually contain enough information for full credit. Every once in a while, there's a student who clearly didn't even read the business case, but that's pretty rare. So usually if a student is losing points on this, it is for not meeting that half-page requirement. I try and be fairly liberal on grading with this one. It's just getting students into the course. And so I am docking points here for length issues, but I wouldn't recommend doing that for content unless it's pretty obvious or pretty egregious. Discussion board, I won't be reviewing each of these discussion boards each week. I do here just to point out that it's different from week 1. Week 1 discussion board, they had to reply to 4 classmates. Here they only have to reply to 2. And then their initial post should be 75 words. I think it had to be 100 to 150 in week 1. And then all the other discussion boards will follow this same model moving forward. So I won't spend a ton of time on it. I will say in grading, I'm looking for something that contributes to the discussion. And so if somebody is just agreeing with the person and they're not adding anything in addition to their agreement, then I'm usually not giving them full credit. If they're disagreeing, that's good. If they're agreeing and then adding some additional resources or some additional information, that's great too. The length of their reply to their classmates is a good indicator for you as you get into a rhythm and are trying to be efficient in grading. The length is a good indicator. It's really hard to have a substantive post in one line. Whereas somebody who has, 3 lines or maybe 4 lines, that's typically going to contain much more than just, yes, I agree with you. So the length is a good indicator. It's not that we're grading based on the length of the post, because people can just put fluff for 4 lines. But that's a good indicator to you as you get into grading these discussion board posts. All right, so the next assignment is demand and competition. The first part of this is very, very similar to the first assignment this week, where they're just going to part 2 of the business case. They have to make a recommendation whether to pursue chess or snowboards as their idea, and they need a half-page essay defending their decision. So again, quite similar to the first assignment. Where it differs is the second half of this. They need to watch this video in step 1 to create a Google Ads account and access the keyword planner in Google Ads. And then they use that data to fill out the spreadsheet down below with 10 keyword ideas for chess and 10 keyword ideas for snowboarding. For grading, it's fairly simple to grade the spreadsheet because they are almost all done in this format because they have the sample spreadsheet, and almost all students just use that sample spreadsheet format. And so as long as they have the 10 keywords and the demand, right, which is the monthly impressions, and the competition level for each of those keywords, then that's all they need. You don't need to grade the quality of the keywords or assess that. We'll do that in later assignments. You're assessing whether or not they've clearly been able to access that keyword tool planner and understood how to get the data out of it. One thing to watch for is some students report their data in a range. And so it'll say, 100 to 200,000 word impressions or something like that. That's where I'll dock students a couple points because they really need to get exact numbers for project 1. And so I don't dock a ton of points, but I might take a couple points off, and then in the feedback I'd say, dropped a couple points because your data's in a range, please ensure you're using exact numbers, and they need to download the data from the keyword planner in order to get exact numbers. So I'll make a note of that too, and teach them that if they download the data from the keyword planner, they'll get exact numbers. But that's all you're looking for in that, and then you assess the essay the same way you did in the first prepare assignment for the week. I won't get into project one in this video because project one belonged with instructors, and so I will be doing all the grading for that. If you get questions on that, feel free to refer it to me. Let's jump into the reflection though. The reflection is also straightforward. This, like the discussion board, I'm not going to go into every week. I'll explain it here, and then in future weeks I'll just make mention of it, but I won't go into the detail because it's the same thing every week. They need to post on a blog of their own creation at least 150 word blog post about what they learned. And then they will submit on their assignment, they will copy and paste the URL in one section, that's worth 1 point, and then they'll copy and paste the 150 words, or at least the 150 word post they did, they'll copy and paste that. Again, you're not going to grade the substance of their post because it's what they learned, so it's very free form. They can put on their whatever they learned for the week. You don't need to judge that. You do need to ensure that they've put on there at least 150 words. If they do less than that, then I dock whatever percentage short they are. If they're 10% off of that 150 word mark, and they only did about 135 words, then I drop their grade 10%. I try and keep it commensurate with the length there. I don't think you need to feel the need to click on every URL. Maybe this first week you're going to visit some more of those URLs to make sure they're actually live and active. Or some of them might be password protected. You say, hey, can you remove the password protection on this so I can access the blog? But you don't need to click on that URL every week. If they've got a blog up and active, then we trust the students have that blog up and active, and they're submitting a URL each week. And so that just eases your grading burden a little bit. This is another one similar to discussion boards. Once you get into a rhythm, it's pretty straightforward. You shouldn't have to spend a ton of time on this. More time is spent grading in this class on the prepare assignments. So that's it for this week. If there's anything that's unclear or you want me to go over again, please reach